Shemai, hello and welcome to WWScenics. This is episode 7 and it's going to be a recap on what we've done so far coming up after this. Right, okay, so like I said, diorama building, here we go, right? So episode 1 of how to build diorama using WWScenics products, right? Okay, so I've got a diorama board here, right? Diorama number 5. Right, it's a decent sized diorama, and it's only got that big. If it comes out well, then I'll take it to shows. Right, okay. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to build this now, right? But you don't want to see me watching 5 hours worth of building a diorama board. We'll get Katie now to work her magic and do a time lapse. And we'll put some nice music on for you to listen. So probably won't hear me talking. You'll probably see me moving around in the little box that we can see at the bottom. But I'll just crack on with it. Right, so here we go. Okay, so yeah, now we can see that we just finished the diorama board. Now we're going to start creating the landscape, right? I can just pop that out of the way so I can talk to you about how I'm going to sculpt the landscape. Now, we do have modeling foam. It's not, I'm just testing it out at the moment, so it's not quite available yet. But the other product that we have is this modeling metal. Yeah, okay, right. It's a thick thick metal. Right, aluminium metal that is, it will keep its shape, and it's strong enough then to put the stuff on top of it. You can go straight with our static grass on top of it, right? But this purpose is because this is going to a show. Yeah, we're going to show this off in exhibitions and stuff like that. I'm going to make it stronger. So what you can put on top of it, and in the next episode, I'll be putting Mod Roc over the top of it, and then fiber mold. Just to show you how we can use our Mod Roc and fiber mold. It's sculpting in better textures and stuff like that. Right? Now I'm going to do Mod Roc first, right, and then we're going to sculpt fibre mould in, right? Okay. So first of all we're going to do now is going to dress this now, right, into Mod Roc, because although it's good, and if that was inside of a, you know what I mean, under your eaves or on your layout, or you know what I mean, or it's just a display model that's not going to be touched, you can then, you know what I mean, go straight onto that then with static grass and other stuff as well, right? But like I said, I want to show you all of WWScenics products and how this goes with the standard, the bog standard Mod Roc, right, that we all know in this hobby, right, and then our fibre mould then, right, okay, which I'm going to sculpt into, you know what I mean, because I want to take away some of these hard edges that I've got here and smooth them out, right, which when it comes to our fibre mould, it does go off quite quickly, but you can keep creaming it, yeah, so you keep smooth it. I call it creaming off, right, okay, so it's nice and smooth and stuff like that, right. Okay, so for this we're going to need a bowl. I don't need a spatula yet. Spatula will come after this. We're going to need a bowl. We need our Mod Roc, right? I need a bowl. I need a little bit of water in the bowl, right? Okay, so here is a nice little luminous green jug. Put it in. Put some water. Not a lot. Only need to get the Mod Roc wet, right? Okay, and you need a scissors. Okay. There is no rocket science to this, right? And I am going to make a bit of a mess, but Katie's going to clean up after me anyway, so. Yeah, she's giggling over the guy. And that work in small sections I do, right? You know what I mean? You can't go big if you've got a big workout, big model, right? But just cut it off. All we're doing is getting it wet. So into the bowl, can we see that? Yeah, it's as simple as just getting it wet into the bowl, right? And then bringing it up to the model. I'm going to flap it over the top, right? So it's got a bit of strength on the top. I am going to sort of cut that back. And all I'm doing is pasting it on, right? Or just adhering it to the metal, right? about 5 minutes, Kate. Yeah, about 5 minutes we've been.
Yeah.
All right, look at that. Look how stiff that is now, right? Yeah, that is pretty hard. You can hear I'm hitting that quite hard, right? So it's done. It's still damp, right? Now, if you want to, you can leave it totally dry. You're talking about a few hours that will dry, like, you know, because don't forget, you've got to let the water evaporate from it, right? Okay. But you don't need to. We can crack on if you want to now, right, with the fibre mould. This is the best bit. Now, I'm going to say we've got to work in small patches with this stuff now, right, because it does, unfortunately, or fortunately, goes off quite, will harden off quite quickly. But like I said, we can still keep creaming it back, yeah, you know what I mean, to make sure that it's, what I call it, we smooth things off. We don't want sharp, jagged edges, like, you know what I mean, because we're creating a weathered valley type scene, you know what I mean. I do want it sort of rocky. I am going to put it a little bit more rocky than normal, like a normal Welsh valley, right? Because I love to have that texture in there. I love rock texture in there, like, you know what I mean, and a bit of wood texture. I love that, right? But it's going to be windswept, you know what I mean. So if you've seen in nature, you know that anything that's on a wind face or you know what I mean, to the elements, it's always going to have that smoothed off edges, and you know what I mean, not that really craggy edged. So without further ado, let's go on to worker. So what we need is a bowl, right? That's the bowl that I use with the for the Mod Roc, right? Okay, fibre mould. I stick it in, right? There is a method of like a 2 to 1 or something like that, right? But I do it, right? So you want sort of like a cream type texture. So add a little bit of water, right? You can follow the guidelines, like I said, you know what I mean, on the website, but just do it by how much you think it looks. We all have made plaster before. If you haven't, you know what I mean, I'll show you the consistency that we want now, right? Okay, so a little bit more water. Okay, that's enough. I say tad, a dribble or okay, look at that. Like, see that sort of cream base, if I can get to a camera. Okay, yeah, I can't see. There are. I'm looking on little things. I can. Well, see that creamy type thing? That's what we want, right? Okay. Now you can use the spatula if you want to put it on, right? Okay, like that, dollop it on. But I like to do this. Get your hands dirty. Yeah, you're modelling now, right? We're going to start adding some of the basic materials, adding the textures to it now, right? In front of me I've got sort of our sands, yeah, that's our sand basing kit, right? Okay, it's got all different types of stones and textures and sands and stuff like that, right? I got extra sand, coarse sand here, because this stuff is really good for riverbeds and stuff. I've got our rocks and pebbles. Some of them rocks and pebbles are going to be out to scale, but I can select which ones I want and we'll super glue them down. I've got glues then, yeah, some water, some a brush then to put the paint on, and we're going to add some textures coming down to here and up around here as well. I mean, so without delay, let's get on with it, right? Okay. We're going to apply some paint now to the diorama, which is now where it starts to come alive, right? Okay, so, and all we're going to do is just use some brushes, start putting some paint down, you know, I mean, different colors, different tones, just so we start to get some, you know, to start to bring the stuff alive. Don't forget now, this is not going to be sort of the final coat. Yeah, there's going to be lots of more. I'm going to put a lot more textures onto it. Yeah, maybe some brand new products are coming through onto it as well. I want to change the color of the water, right? So I might add some bluey greens into it later on as well. I've only got some browns and greys with me at the moment, right? But I also want to show that you can paint the slate color, although it's natural, but you can paint the slate color to make it more pop, yeah, to highlight the areas and stuff like that. I put some, like, there's a bit of brush strokes on there that I need to get rid of anyway. So like I'm doing, I'm going to use now the base color. I'm going to use this chocolate brown, right? Okay, it goes to the camera. Can you see the code on that? Yeah, I get the thumbs up, right? Okay, and I just use a little well on a palette, yeah. Put it in, and then what we're going to do is start applying some of the paint. We're going to do a little bit of highlighting. This is going to be sort of a short video, right? Just to show you the technique of dry brushing, highlighting, okay? And how you can do it on a model, on a scenery, not just on plastic kits, you know what I mean, or models. Yeah, this is that you can do it on scenery as well to make your to make it pop, to make it look really smart. Yeah. So all I've done now is added a little bit to a paint palette, right? Okay, right there from an existing one. Right, I'm gonna dip my brush. I got a nice big brush there, right? Just gonna dip it in, roll it into work, and all you need is about that much paint on there, right? Okay, don't want to dip it all the way in. That's all you need. And now, literally, take it off. Okay, and the simple technique then is just highlighted. Now you so episode 6, applying weathering powders. Now this is the bit I love. I love starting to do this, right? And we've got a good selection of weathering powders here. I'm going to see if I can, you can see it. Push them over there. Right, but I'll tell them as I go along what I'm using. But this is what I'm going to be using. All these type of ones, right? Okay, and yes, you can use weathering powders. Put that one there. Yes, you can use weathering powders on a diorama. Okay, and the way I do it is I apply them dry. Okay, right. So, but if I do want to put a little bit more intense color into it, right, then I do use a bit of isopropylene just to put that intense, a little bit more intense color. just a quick recap. We did this little bit by here. Yeah, ready to come down the river. I'll bring this river down, you know what I mean, into different colours coming down into there. Yeah, looking quite smart. Yeah, we've done this realistic face for that. Again, with the different tones and different colours, and it does blend. It honestly, go for the naked eye, it looks phenomenal. So when I start taking this to shows, you know, I mean, you guys have watched it and you've come and seen me at the shows, you're going to say, yeah, that works really well. And then we've done this section here, right, which is that, to me, I thought that was good. Then I thought that was good. Now I think this is amazing. Yeah, you know, I mean, it's literally turned that bit of face. It was just like a, what do you call it, just a, you know, I mean, a bandage worker. It's now turned that into such a eye-catching feature, which is what I wanted. And then to finish off is that green, that subtle green on there. Yeah, I'm hoping that Kate, you can get some cracking photos of it later on as well to put it on. Yeah, you know what I mean, it's literally made that pop. Okay, and these are the colours, like, just to show you over what they were. So usual things now, yeah, like, share, comment, hit the bell icon to get the, you know what I mean, share around the groups, tell everybody to come and join in, yeah, you know what I mean, and support us, that'd be great. But other than that, stay safe. Thank you very much for watching. See you for the next time. Bye bye.